I started working out, I'd say 14, 15 years old. I was actually that kid that would wear shirts to pool parties. I won't say that I was fat, but like I had like the love handles and shit like that.
Oh, I got it right now, brother. I'm working on it, but I got it right now.
So I started doing push-ups at a pretty early age. In regards to what I do now, I generally fast. Like I've not eaten today. I won't eat until after the show tonight. I think there's pros and cons to that. As far as my lifting, you know, I played college football, so a lot of squatting. I'll do deadlifts, weighted pull-ups. I do have a really fucked shoulder. But yeah, I've had 4 shoulder surgeries. I tore my labrum in college. I have a total shoulder replacement. I got a scar from here to here.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't have range of motion like back and shit like that with this one. So ideally I would do dumbbell, bench, incline. I believe in this thing called pinpoint muscle groups. And so to me, I believe like when you walk in a room, there's certain things that people see because if you're inside or outside, there's one common denominator and that's overhead light. So I'm a big believer in working your upper chest and making sure your neck is strong. That way when you turn, you have that muscle. It's an indicator, females, of strength, right? So it's good genetics, right? The inside part of your tricep, under here, I pay a lot of attention to. My bottom 2 abs are the only things I focus on because you're never going to see a person that says, hey, I've got the bottom 2 abs in this V-taper, but I can't get the top 2.
Right.
A fucking grandma would have the top 2 if she just sucks in. It's your ribs, right? So I focus on
the stubborn fat down there.
Right. And another thing about abs is I treat abs like I would treat any other muscle because I believe that all a six-pack is let's say you have a layer of fat, right? And then you have this muscle that's, have you ever seen a super skinny guy? Sometimes you see a super skinny guy and he doesn't have a six-pack. You ever seen that, right?
Yeah.
What happens is, and the way you can keep a six-pack with more body fat is if you treat your abs, your bottom 2 like a muscle, they'll grow. And as the fat's coming down, it'll poke through the skin. The overhead light hits it. There's a shadow six-pack.
So you should do abs then.
Yeah, I treat abs like a muscle. I'm trying to get a pump in my abs, just like you would your bicep. But I only focus on the bottom 2.
That shit hurts.
See, that's why
sharp pain.
I think people fuck that up about abs. I treat abs almost like you would treat bench press. I warm them up to trigger the bottom 2, so I have that muscle mind connection to them, and then I put heavy weight on them. Like I'll lay on a decline and put a 45 on my chest and do reps.
Damn.
And treat that muscle. And another thing too is I stick my chin back because I'm trying to isolate those bottom 2. I'm never trying to hit the upper 2 abs. I'm always trying to hit the 2 bottom ones. I'm never trying to hit my whole chest. I'm trying to hit this right here because that's what the light is going to hit. When you're wearing a button-up shirt, that's what's going to create that line, you know, that you see on a guy. I'm not trying to hit this part of my tricep. I'm trying to hit this part underneath because that's what creates the horseshoe. So paying attention to what I personally call pinpoint muscle groups, the ones that really make a difference.
For looks.
Yes, for looks and for how you're looking to create shadows. You're never going to get the bottom 2 abs or the inside of a horseshoe and not get the outside. It's not going to happen. Like when you're doing bicep curls, I always twist my pinky end to get the peak because what you want is the gap between here and then your front delt, right? So it's those little subtleties that I really pay attention to in the gym.